today is Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday, May the 30th. And this is my second daily thought. As I mentioned before in my previous one, I'm doing these today because I want to have these done so I have a little bit of breathing room for tomorrow, because I really want as much of tomorrow to myself as possible. I'll still do more than likely the quick 3 tarot and the lucky numbers on tomorrow, which will be for Tuesday. But for the most part, I think things are going to be pretty quiet for tomorrow, unless there's something that I just absolutely have to say. Mercury Retrograde. I'm doing this daily thought because it was on my spirit yesterday. I did 6 readings, actually 7 if you include the quick 3 tarot. I did 7 readings yesterday. And obviously, X's were coming out of the woodwork in every reading. It was like that 6 of Cups kept on coming out, or people holding on to relationships or letting go of relationships. And it was a lot. And as I mentioned before, May was about choices and decisions. And I feel June will be a reset for people. The one analogy that came to me last night, which is why I'm recording this, so I can tell you what came to my spirit last night about Mercury retrograde. Do you know how when clothes are in the washing machine, obviously, why do you put clothes in the washing machine? You put them in the washing machine to wash them, so you can clean them and do that. And then after the washing machine, usually you put them in the dryer. I feel like life is a washing machine to a certain degree. I always say this, and I said this when I had a conversation with Terry, which will be uploaded pretty soon. And I mentioned it many times. Comfort and growth are not friends. In life, there will be things that are uncomfortable, but usually it's to help you grow. Now, that's not always the case. Some things is just karma. That's why I would mention before, keep your karma clean, because you're already going to go through things in life to help you grow. But if you're carrying bad karma with you, you're adding an extra 25, 40, 50 pounds to the weight that you're already carrying, because you're carrying this bad karma due to things that you have done in the past that were not in the best of intentions. So, to be clear on that. However, as things are being thrown around in the washing machine, it's cleaning, is what it's doing. It's cleaning the clothes. It's beating the clothes up a little bit, but the clothes are being cleaned. It's removing the dirt. And when the clothes are done, when the cycle is done in the washing machine, you pull your clothes out, and I'm sure you notice your clothes are a little bit heavier than they were when you put them in the washer. And you put them in the dryer and you dry the clothes, and if you notice, they're a little bit lighter. They're kind of back to what they originally were, their original form, except they're clean. I feel Mercury retrograde is the dryer. It forces people to slow down and think. It forces people to reevaluate cycles that were closed out and to make sure the lesson was learned. And to also make sure whatever needed to be removed from your life it's been removed, or whatever is meant to stay in your life, that you have a new appreciation for it staying, that it stayed. But it forces you to reevaluate everything. And after you've reevaluated everything through all of the chaos that has happened, being tumbled around in the dryer, when you come out, you feel a little bit lighter, where things don't seem to weigh as much as they did, because you were able to get rid of what was holding you down, all of the heaviness that was on you. But in order for you to get rid of that heaviness, you had to be thrown in the dryer and tumbled around and exposed to extreme heat to do that, so you come out smelling clean. And I feel Mercury Retrograde is sort of like that. It's just forcing people to slow down, which I'm having to slow down and do that. I'm having to manage things in a micro way. Not necessarily micromanage, but manage things in a micro way. There's a difference. And actually, I feel like that could be a daily thought on its own. But yeah, there will be things that happen in June, but I just feel the energy of June is more of people want something more, which is why they're resetting. I feel a lot of people are asking themselves, why am I putting up with this? I don't need to put up with this. Why am I settling for this? Why am I settling for this when I can have that? I believe that a lot of people who might have had fear stopping them, where someone may want to be a singer, but they just felt that they may be laughed at, or it just wouldn't go in their favor if they attempted it. They may say in June, nope, I'm going to start preparing to sing. I don't care if I have to record one YouTube video or one TikTok or whatever the thing is these days, video a day, and put it up of me singing. And I don't care what people think about me. And that's, I don't know why, that's the thing that's talking to me, is that a lot of people are reaching the I don't care point. And not in a bad way, more in a good ego, self-esteem way. Like people are building or regaining their self-esteem. And that's honestly what I feel a large problem is in many parts of the world, including the country that I live in. I feel that there is a self-esteem issue because people who have high self-esteem, they don't care about what other groups of people are thinking or doing. They just don't care. They're running their race is what they do, who have high self-esteem. And I feel that, and I'm not saying everybody is stepping into this, but don't forget, we've already entered the age of Aquarius, where people just have this, they're becoming more enlightened. But I also feel that some people are just like, I want to do what's best for me. I want to do what makes me happy. And I don't care what others think, and I don't care what others say. And in addition to that, you will also have people who are looking to be of service to others. I do believe there's going to be a lot more compassion too, where people will be more compassionate. I don't believe it's going to be a thing of where people are overly giving or overly taking. I feel like this is where balance is going to start coming in, because I mentioned this before on this podcast. There will still be conflict Because I said at the beginning of the year, 2021 is going to be a year of conflict. And conflict has happened in quite a few situations. But 2022 will be a year of balance. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. It will be about balance. And I believe that people who have different views, different beliefs, different opinions, different cultures, different everything, they will find a way to balance living among each other, where they'll realize some of the things that they thought were huge issues, they're going to be like, this really isn't that big of an issue. There are more important things to worry about. I believe that's happening. But one of the biggest things I believe is happening in June is that something like a switch is flipping with some people in June, where they want more and they feel they deserve more. And they don't want to settle. Hence, why some people are going to be leaving relationships. and I'm laughing, but with love. Because you know what? Everything is a learning experience. If a relationship doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Life goes on. Life doesn't stop for anybody. I wish it did. Be nice if life stopped just for us. But no. Whether you do nothing or you do everything, life isn't going to stop. The world will continue to turn. I know not one person who has been able to stop this world from turning. Haven't seen it in my lifetime. If you have, you can send me a comment, send me a message, let me know about it, because I missed it. Keeps going. So yeah, people are, I don't want to say waking up. People are finding that they possess a light in them. And some people are finding that they are children of the divine, of the source, of God, of Jehovah, of Allah, of Yahweh, the one, whatever you want to call it. They're finding that. And as they're finding that, once they realize that, they realize that they deserve more than what they may currently have settled for. Because you wouldn't settle for something, being a child of the divine, that would keep you in constant pain, that would keep you questioning your worth, that would keep you feeling like this is just the best it's ever going to get. No, the best is yet to come. And that's the mentality I think people are going to slip into. The best is yet to come. I'm just now getting started. Something's going to change. Something's going to flip in a lot of people's minds. A switch is going to flip. And you're going to see people that you may personally know that used to act one way, they're going to start acting a little bit different, but in a good way. In a good way. So yeah, that's what's going on with Mercury retrograde. It happens, and also, so you know, it'll end in June 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. Post retrograde is until I think July the 7th. And then you won't see Mercury retrograde again until September, I believe. But all of August is definitely clear. Most of July is clear. And I want to say pre-retrograde starts the 3rd or 4th week of September, maybe. And then in October, it goes retrograde again, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, you have access to the internet. If you're watching this, you can look it up too. So yeah, that's all I have. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Thank you to everyone who has been listening to my podcast and supporting the podcast. It's been amazing. I'm doing what I can. June, as I mentioned in my previous episode, it's going to be kind of hectic, but in a good way. I'm happy, very happy with some things that have happened and transpired. I just haven't told anybody about it. I hope to bring more stuff to the podcast in the very near future, is what the goal is. So I will update people once I've completed something I'm planning on completing. So yeah, thank you again. Until next time, be blessed.